For the, the national plan of action emanated from or took its roots from the national development plan. It is there. And then even for the 20, the next 5 years rolling plan, we also have food and nutrition specifically mentioned in that plan. And what we have done for the ministry is to instill nutrition from level 10 to level always starting with the therapist of the economic planning now and trained on food and nutrition. And the whole essence is to ensure that any point, any office where they are, or they are planning for the nation, and they should put in food and nutrition considerations to whatever they're planning for. So with this, based on we are sure that we will have nutrition, competition in the respective plan for the country. Also, we are already aware that the food security is one of the out of the 8 priorities of this system of the current administration of the new project. So it's also when it comes to issues of governance strengthening. Then I talked about budgets. Now I can see categorically see that there is an improvement in terms of the budgetary provisions for nutrition in the country. We are seeing almost 300% increase in terms of budget. Like I mentioned earlier, when I spoke in the morning, nutrition is already in the budget cost level, at federal level, and also we have checked the states to also do the same. And it will also be there for this 2026 budget cost level, but the process started. I've talked about increased visibility, and then also you also know that all the speakers that have spoken this morning has talked about scale up of saying all the essential nutrition actions, scale up that are happening with respect to vaccine, promotion of breastfeeding, treatment of severe malnutrition, micronutrient deficiency control, and many more. So I can say that based on the targets that we have set on the policy, at least we met about one of those policies. And then based on the preliminary reports that have been published. So, and then there are a few others that couldn't get in mind because of the system of that. And then we have talked about the establishment of clear frameworks. We have the National Sectoral Plan of Action for Food and Nutrition, which has the lead agencies that are supposed to champion those activities that have been captured. The implementation is the respective MPs. We coordinate all these efforts through the provisions. Kind of like mentioned some of the gaps, meaning that some of the MPs, there's no clarity in terms of responsibility or the scope of what's expected to do. Some don't even really understand what their contributions should be based on that. And then also we have the MIA framework that is developed without such MIE being fully implemented, issues of measurements will be an issue. The MIE framework is actually developed, but then to what extent has it really is it being complied to in terms of monitoring and that is another issue that we need to strengthen in the forthcoming policy. Then I would also say lastly that we need to leverage these partnerships that are existing through all these committees, expand the scope of the committees to this comfort current policy to be more inclusive. In as much as we say, yes, we have a composition, but truly speaking, at the state level, there are still some people that still need to be part of it. And then there are multiple committees. So we could ensure that we have one major standing committee that is more capacity to be able to coordinate better. I think I'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, from what our director has shared, indeed from the political way we've seen from our government, we are very optimistic that in the next policy cycle, a good number of this will turn to operational commitments that will help us with improving the nutrition outcomes. I'll move on to Professor Aligo and Prof, from where you sit and the support you are offering in terms of reviewing the current policy, considering the lessons from the 2016 policy and looking ahead to the next policy cycle. I would want you to just share your perspective on how evidence has shaped the new framework and how emerging nutrition challenges can be effectively addressed with the new policy.
Thank you very much. Very appreciate your presentation and also for community research. Like the entire presenter, we, or let me say we didn't know. I know I said this already. Now I have to refrain what I said. I'm really sure. I can take personally the fact that it's one of the main target. Now we have actually gone deeper in generating evidence to actually help us in the review of our policy. So I was told one of the past policies, I said it's okay. In terms of robustness of the evidence, that this time around is a plus to the government and even the partners that supported the government. So what we did from our own point, like we have the core advisory group that actually provide the technical work to support the review committee. And what we did was that based on the gaps identified, we now use that gap identified to be able to prioritize actions that we have to be taken. These are things the current policy. We link that to the current policy, and that now help us to be able to do the kind of review that we are all efficient we have to do to ensure that those gaps we are actually taking care of. The typical example from what was presented is that the current policy, which is NAPC, actually focus more on women and children. But you even see from the response from the state is that they want that policy to be expanded, to focus also on lifestyle processes, not just women and children. So like that now, even in the revised policy, that will help us to prioritize that because of the evidence that was generated. So an issue of like, we know that is also a very critical factor. The issue of inclusiveness, all those things we are also taking care of. And because of that, now it now help us to be able to guide us in the direction of the draft, which already have been circulated. Stakeholders have been circulated. Because in Nigeria, they say if you want something, if you want to keep something from the Nigeria, put it in the group. The government now is circulated. For the first time, people give almost on this now before the actual topic that we start the review. From there, we can move to the regional level. But you will surprise people will tell you that they are not going to share. And it's so inclusive as possible. and everybody matters. And your contribution is very, very important. Rejoice. There was a last part of the mission.
The last part spoke about how this emerging.
Yes. Also, it's one of the things I identified because in this presentation also said that foreign policy is also flexible enough to be able to incorporate all these emerging issues. Now, the revised draft now, I've taken that into consideration, the issue of food system transformation, the issue of climate change, how nutrition based, all those issues have now been taken care of in this current draft, which I now submitted.
Thank you very much, Prof. Just like we all have arguments in addressing issues around nutrition or improving and nutrition outcomes, you have diverse stakeholders across various sectors as well. And good to see that increasingly, we do have representation across the which is what we have. I mean, it was impressive yesterday that we had representation from the Minister of Science and Technology. That just shows that the importance of this conversation. Thank you very much, Prof. Finally, we move to Dr. Jero. Dr. Jero, in your role as the technical lead for developing of the new policy, from a technical and multi-sectoral standpoint, addressing malnutrition requires coordinated action. I would say we need coordinated and collective action, across sectors and innovative approaches as well. We'd like to hear your thoughts on what has worked well and what needs improvement, particularly what would be the most effective strategies that the next policy should adopt to strengthen sectoral coordination and collaboration.
Thank you very much. I really want to appreciate Gary and the Ministry of Government and Government this session. All the members are answering the Gary for the policy review of the government process. That is important. And we cannot overemphasize the importance of coordination or impact of policy process implementation. People who have the way that shape and you see that our policy process and evolution and issue around education has also qualified. But not happening in the kids need to do for us to you see that first the structure that we directly talk about the so that's what you see around. You see also that financing during that period, the partnership and global landscape requires significant. There will be new entrants and help shape that period. So it's a lot really happened that help shape that period, if you can say it quite good. But if you look at Tyler's presentation and what Robert said, you see that there's a lot that we need to do to strengthen coordination with people. There are things that are best basic. Some things are quite structural. But it requires that we are very intentional about